Have you ever wondered why some people work tirelessly, yet never escape financial struggle? Why, despite effort, prayers, and endless hard work, life still refuses to move forward? Sometimes poverty does not begin outside, it begins inside your own home. Buddhism teaches that your environment shapes your destiny. The energy inside your home either attracts abundance or invites misfortune and suffering. If your surroundings are filled with negativity, stagnation, and spiritual pollution, wealth, peace, and opportunities cannot enter. So today's video is extremely powerful and important, because I will reveal the 6 things that Buddhism says you must remove from your home immediately if you want to eliminate poverty, negative energy, and stagnant life. Before we begin, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you truly want to transform your life and attract abundance, because these teachings can change your destiny forever. Let's begin. 1. Broken or damaged items. Have you ever noticed how some people's homes are filled with broken clocks that no longer tick, mirrors cracked through the middle, plates with chipped edges, or phones and gadgets that no longer work, but still sit on shelves collecting dust? We often keep these things thinking, it's not a big deal. I can use it later. I'll fix it someday. But Buddhism teaches a powerful truth. What is broken outside reflects what is broken within. When you live surrounded by broken objects, you are living inside a silent message of lack, incompleteness, and stagnation. You don't consciously realize it, but your mind absorbs it every day. A broken item whispers to your subconscious mind, "This is all you deserve. You're not worthy of better." And without knowing, you start accepting that message as reality. Think about it. How can you attract abundance while holding on to symbols of poverty? How can wealth flow into a space filled with reminders of failure and delay? The universe works through energy. Everything around you vibrates, even objects. Broken things carry the vibration of stuck energy, like a river blocked by stones. No flow, no growth, no movement. This is why some people work harder than ever, struggle day and night, sacrifice sleep, yet life never changes, because their environment is silently working against them. A broken clock means your time is stuck. A broken mirror means your self-image is damaged. Broken dishes mean your household energy is cracked. Damaged electronics mean your progress and connection are disrupted. You may think it's just an object, but spiritually, it is a symbol, a magnet that attracts more brokenness, more loss, more financial instability. Buddhism says, wealth cannot enter where the energy of poverty is already living. The universe will never give more to someone who cannot let go of what is already dead, damaged, and useless. So today, make a decision. Walk through your home. Look carefully at every broken thing you're still holding on to. Why are you keeping it? Out of emotional attachment? Out of fear of buying a new one? Out of habit? Let it go. Release it. Repair what can be repaired and throw away what cannot be saved. Because when you remove broken items from your home, something magical happens. Suddenly, energy starts moving again. Your mind feels lighter. Opportunities appear. Unexpected blessings enter your life. Doors open that were once locked. When you clear the old and broken, the universe sends the new and abundant. So ask yourself right now, what broken things am I still holding on to, and what is it costing me? Because the moment you let them go, life begins to flow again. 2. Objects you no longer use. Look around your home right now. Inside your cupboards, under your bed, in your drawers, in the corners you never touch. How many things are sitting there that you haven't used for months or even years? Clothes that no longer fit, gadgets you never touch, shoes you haven't worn, furniture that serves no purpose, gifts from people who are no longer part of your life, and old boxes filled with memories you're too afraid to reopen. We don't realize it, but these objects are not just things. They are anchors. They tie you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Buddhism teaches one of the most powerful principles: non-attachment. The more you hold on to things that are dead, unnecessary, outdated, or unused, the heavier your life becomes. Every object you store has emotional energy. The shirt you keep even though you never wear it. The gift from someone who broke your heart. The dress you think you might wear one day. The old books you will never read. All of them silently whisper to your subconscious mind, you don't believe something better is coming. And when you hold on to what no longer has life, You block what is trying to enter. Imagine a cup already filled with dirty water. It doesn't matter how pure or precious the new water is. If you pour it in, it overflows and becomes contaminated. Your home works the same way. So does your mind. So does your future. When your space is full of useless things, there is no space for blessings, opportunities, growth, or abundance. You cannot receive a new life while you are still holding tight to the old one. That's why some people pray for a better future, yet refuse to release the weight of their past. They beg for financial growth, yet cling to items that represent scarcity and fear. They want change, but refuse to open space for it. It's not hoarding objects. It's hoarding energy. Clutter around you becomes clutter inside you. It creates anxiety, emotional heaviness, confusion, and mental chaos. You feel stuck because you are surrounded by stuck energy. So today, take a moment and ask yourself, why am I still keeping things that I don't use? Is it fear? Is it memory? Is it guilt? Is it attachment? You deserve a life that moves, breathes, and grows. But if your hands are full, you cannot hold what the universe wants to give. Let go. Clear the space. Donate what no longer serves you. Release the past. And watch how effortlessly the future arrives. Because the moment you remove the unnecessary, the necessary appears. The moment you open space, life begins to fill it. And the moment you stop holding on, the universe finally gives you something worth holding. So ask yourself now, what am I still gripping so tightly that it is blocking my blessings? And then let it go, before it costs you everything you are meant to receive. 3. Items that carry negative memories. There are things in your home right now that don't just take up space. They take up your peace, your energy, and even your future. Old photos you can't bring yourself to delete, letters from people who hurt you, gifts from toxic relationships, objects connected to betrayals, failures, heartbreaks, or versions of yourself you prayed to leave behind. You may think these items are harmless, but spiritually, they are not. Buddhism teaches that everything holds vibrational energy, not just living beings, but objects too. Your environment remembers what your heart tries to forget. When you keep something connected to pain, it becomes a physical anchor to an emotional wound. Every time your eyes pass over it, even for a second, your subconscious mind whispers, "This still matters. This still hurts. You're still not free." You don't feel it consciously, but your emotional energy becomes tangled in memories you should have healed from long ago. And without realizing, your home becomes a museum of your past suffering. Imagine wanting a fresh start, while storing a gift from the person who destroyed your trust. Imagine praying for a new relationship, while keeping photos from the one that left you shattered. Imagine dreaming of success, while hanging onto objects that remind you of failures and disappointments. How can new love enter when your space still contains the shadow of the old one? How can prosperity flow when your energy is chained to memories of loss? How can you evolve when the past greets you every time you open a drawer? Keeping these objects is like reopening a healed wound, a quiet bleeding inside the soul. You may not see it, but you feel it in your heaviness, your stagnation, your lack of joy, your emotional exhaustion. Buddhism teaches something profound. What you hold on to holds on to you. If you keep objects that carry trauma, trauma stays. If you keep objects that carry betrayal, betrayal stays. If you keep objects that carry sorrow, sorrow stays. This is why people struggle to move on even years after something ended, because part of them is still living in that moment, in that memory, in that pain. The solution is simple but deeply powerful. Cut the energetic cord. Let go of anything that carries the vibration of hurt. Throw away the letters. Delete the photos. Remove the gifts. Release the reminders. Because every time you remove something connected to pain, you reclaim a part of yourself. You free emotional space. You open energetic doors. A new life cannot enter where the past is still worshipped. New happiness cannot bloom in a garden filled with the weeds of old sadness. Prosperity cannot land in a place heavy with emotional dust. Let go, not for the past, but for the future waiting for you. Ask yourself right now, what am I keeping that is keeping me broken? And once you identify it, release it without looking back. Because the moment you remove these objects, your spirit finally breathes again, and life begins to move forward. 4. Dirt, dust, and spider webs. Most people don't realize this, but the state of your home is the state of your soul. The dust on your shelves, the dirt in your corners, the spider webs hiding behind your curtains, the clutter piling up on your tables. All of it silently shapes your destiny. Buddhism teaches a powerful truth. Where there is impurity, there is suffering. A dirty home is not just about physical mess. It is a reflection of energetic pollution. Every speck of dust represents stagnation. The places in your life where nothing is moving. Spiderwebs symbolize traps. The invisible blockages that keep you stuck in the same struggles, the same financial problems, the same emotional cycles. And clutter? Clutter is confusion made physical. It scatters your focus, drains your mind, and blocks the natural flow of abundance. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how heavy and tired you feel when your surroundings are messy? Or how your motivation disappears the moment you enter a chaotic room? That is not laziness. That is negative chi gripping your energy. When dirt accumulates, your life slows down. When dust settles, your dreams settle with it. When spiderwebs grow, opportunities get stuck. When clutter increases, blessings decrease. Your home absorbs your emotions like a sponge. And when the environment becomes dirty, your spirit becomes dull, your mind becomes cloudy, your energy becomes blocked. Buddhism teaches that your home should be treated like a sacred temple, not a storage unit for forgotten things and neglected corners. Because a temple attracts blessings, but chaos attracts suffering. Wealth doesn't enter a place where the energy is dead. Prosperity doesn't stay in a space where the air is heavy. Success doesn't grow in an environment that feels suffocating and neglected. Cleaning is not a chore. It is a ritual, a powerful spiritual act. Every time you wipe dust, you remove stagnation. Every time you clear a corner, you release stuck energy. Every time you remove a spider web, you break out of an invisible trap. Every time you declutter, you create space for opportunities. And something magical happens when you clean with intention. Your mood lifts. Your thoughts become clearer. Your energy feels lighter. And suddenly, life begins to move again. Because wealth loves cleanliness. Opportunities love clarity. And abundance flows into spaces that feel alive. A clean home is not just visually peaceful. It is emotionally healing. It is spiritually empowering. It is energetically magnetic. So ask yourself honestly, what does the current state of my home say about the current state of my life? Because when you clean your home, you're not just cleaning your surroundings, you're cleaning your future. 5. Sharp or aggressive objects displayed openly. Look around your home. What do you see displayed on your walls, shelves, or tables? For some people, it's swords, daggers, sharp knives, arrowheads, or aggressive decor pieces that look powerful, but spiritually, they carry a hidden cost. You may think they look aesthetic or cool, but Buddhism teaches that objects are not decoration alone. They are energy transmitters. Sharp objects represent cutting, conflict, and destruction. Even when they simply sit there silently, they emit a vibration of aggression. This energy enters your mind, your emotions, and your relationships without you even realizing it. A home is supposed to be your sanctuary, the one place where your heart can rest, your thoughts can settle, and your spirit can breathe. But when your walls are decorated with symbols of violence, sharpness, and danger, your mind begins to mirror that environment. You feel more irritated, more restless, more stressed, more reactive. Arguments increase. Peace decreases. Decision-making becomes impulsive, emotional, and risky. Why? Because your surroundings are constantly feeding your subconscious a message. Be alert. Be defensive. Be on edge. Buddhism teaches that energy follows form. A blade, whether decorative or functional, does not just sit there. It cuts energetically. It slices into your aura, disrupts harmony, and destroys calmness. This is why people who keep aggressive decor often struggle with unstable relationships, emotional ups and downs, sudden arguments, financial impulsiveness, anxiety and restlessness, difficulty meditating or relaxing, lack of clarity and inner peace. Sharp objects radiate the energy of conflict, and conflict slowly becomes a part of your everyday life. Your home should feel soft, inviting, safe, peaceful. It should wrap you like warm light, not pierce you like a blade. When your environment is filled with aggressive symbols, your spirit becomes tense, your relationships become fragile, and your life becomes filled with unnecessary struggles. But when you remove these objects, something shifts instantly. The air feels lighter. Your mind becomes quieter. Your emotions stabilize. Your relationships soften. And abundance finds its way toward you effortlessly. Because prosperity does not rise from aggression. It grows in peace, clarity, and harmony. So ask yourself, what sharp energy am I allowing into my home and into my life? If you cannot throw these items away because they are valuable, cultural, or sentimental, at least store them safely, respectfully, and out of sight. Do not let them dominate your living space. Because whatever dominates your home, dominates your life. Remove the aggression, and peace will walk in. Invite calmness, and prosperity will follow naturally. 6. Dead plants or artificial flowers. Walk into any home and look at the plants. You'll know instantly whether the energy inside that home is alive or silently dying. Dead plants sitting in corners, dried leaves collecting dust, wilted stems hanging like forgotten memories. These are not just signs of neglect. They are symbols of energetic decay. In Buddhism, everything in your home represents your inner world. Dead plants symbolize death of enthusiasm, death of inspiration, death of opportunities, and even death of financial flow. They quietly absorb positive chi and replace it with heaviness. A heaviness you feel even if you don't understand why. Every wilted leaf tells a story of something you wanted to nourish but didn't. A story of dreams you once watered but eventually abandoned. A story of growth that started but never completed. And when these dead plants stay in your home, your mind begins to echo that same emptiness. You start feeling tired, unmotivated, or stuck. Your goals stop growing because the energy around you has stopped growing. But there's another silent destroyer. Artificial flowers. They look perfect, clean, colorful, and beautiful. But they carry no life, no breath, no growth, no energy. Buddhism teaches that prosperity grows only where life grows. Artificial plants create the illusion of beauty, just like a life that looks perfect on the outside, but is empty, stagnant, or directionless on the inside. Real plants breathe. They purify the air. They raise the vibration. They bring harmony. They attract good chi. Artificial plants only decorate. They do not support your spirit. They do not represent abundance. They represent fake progress. A home with dead or artificial plants is like a body without breath. It looks complete, but lacks the energy to create growth. Now imagine the opposite. A home with real, thriving plants. Fresh green leaves. A healthy glow. New buds appearing quietly like small promises from the universe. That energy whispers, life is moving. Growth is coming. Abundance is near. Because life attracts life. Growth attracts growth. Abundance attracts abundance. When you keep real plants, you create an environment where prosperity feels safe to enter. When your home is filled with living energy, your mind feels alive. Your ideas grow. Your opportunities multiply. And your spirit becomes fertile again. So ask yourself, what do the plants in my home say about the state of my life? Are they alive or silently dying? Are they growing or simply pretending to? Remove the dead plants. Let go of artificial ones. Replace them with real, healthy life. Because the energy you surround yourself with becomes the future you grow into. So remember, poverty is not always financial. Sometimes it is spiritual. Sometimes it is energetic. And sometimes it lives right inside your home. Remove what blocks your blessings, and the universe will open doors you never imagined. If this message touched your heart, like this video right now, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this wisdom. And tell me in the comments, which of these things are still in your home? I'll see you in the next video. Until then, may your home be filled with peace, prosperity, and positive energy.